Hey, thanks for stopping by. I'm Joe Cortez, joined by James Burns of FrontRowPreps.com, powered by Chicken Ranch Casino. Time now for our large school rankings, brought to you by Valley Orthopedic, the bone and joint specialist. Burnsy, we've got movement up at the top. Let's start at the bottom, though. Number 10, they take on Atwater this week. I think this will be a fun matchup.
He's talking about the Pachinko Panthers.
What did I say?
At number 10. You didn't say anything about the Pachinko Panthers. Yeah, number 10. I think they're number 10 for a reason. Hey, this one's gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be a lot of run. A lot of Charles Action Jackson.
And
Marcus Ordonez from Pacheco. I like Pacheco in this one.
Number 9, we've got Patterson taking on Mo High.
Patterson has won the last two with Modesto. I think they keep the trend going. I like what Patterson's been able to do, rebounding from that tough loss to Capital Christian. They just simply put up points, and I think this one could be highly explosive.
That Capital Christian loss gained in the stock this week when Capital Christian beat Grant, so that says a lot. Number 8, your alma mater, Manteca, has a tough go last week, and they take on Tracy. It doesn't get any easier.
Yeah, they're falling fast.
Yeah.
And I've talked to some people in Manteca that believe that the Buffaloes, if they can't right the ship, they could be 1-5 when this thing's all said and done. Their running back Trayvon Russell has a high ankle sprain. If the Buffaloes can't right the ship, though, they could be in for a long stretch.
I was impressed with Tracy last week against Turlock, even though Tracy lost to Turlock in the battle for the bone, and then they've got Central Catholic. It's a tough stretch here for your Buffs. Number 7, Buhack Collins.
You know what I liked about last week's win was we thought the Fly, we knew the Fly offense could run, but they threw the ball last week. And struck a nice little balance, 180 yards through the air. I like Buhack Collins, what they're putting together as league men.
That's right. Kevin Navarro, one of our favorites, good coach, and a great guy over there in Atwater. Number 6, Oakdale. The Mustangs get a big win against El Capitan. They were tied 6-6 at halftime. We're scratching our heads again, and then they run off 27.
Further we get away from that Sonora victory, and Sonora, knowing all Sonora struggles, it's just not as impressive. And then they have that 6-6 first half with El Capitan. I think this is a big week for them. They take on a team from out of state, Chaparral from Colorado. They're back at home at the crowd. If they can get a good performance, that could bode well for them going into league.
Number 5, Downey, coming off a loss to Merced High.
Yeah. Hey, Downey's offense is explosive.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We know Downey's going to be able to score points. Can they stop teams? Can they keep teams out? Can they keep teams out of the end zone? I have faith in the Knights that they'll find it this week against Johansson. But yeah, we still like them. They're this close to still being number 2.
They are. Jeremy Ploss said that he'll be surprised if Merced doesn't go 10-0, and he said whoever had the ball last in that game was going to be the winner.
And he was
absolutely right. And number 4, Pitman, the teams nobody's talking about from Turlock.
Hey, they just keep climbing in these rankings. Peyton Bass goes off last week. It's like him and Jacob Pardita just kind of pass the baton back and forth.
Pick your poison.
They are a dangerous bunch, and they are the team no one's talking about, but you better start paying attention to the Pride.
Absolutely. Number 3, Merced High, coming off that big victory against the aforementioned Downey Knights.
I told Rob Scheid after the game, I felt like last week's victory over Downey was a throwback game. I covered Merced when they had Bland, Bolden, Sparks. They had all those great teams with all those D1 type athletes, and that's what it felt like on the sideline. They had that same energy, and obviously that offense could put up a lot of points. My concern with Merced is the same as Downey. Can they stop people? Can they keep teams out of the end zone? But their speed is scary.
Demir Warren, quick scouting report.
Fantastic. In every sense of the word.
Number 2, Turlock, coming off a big win against the Tracy Bulldogs, a really good Tracy team.
You've talked about this ad nauseum. If they could have just eliminated some mistakes against Freedom, they would be 3-0 and really pushing this team behind us for number one in the rankings. They are impressive.
Yeah.
And we talked going into last week's game about the defense stepping up. Guys by the name of Garrett Fountain stepping up, and all they did was bring home the ball.
Absolutely. And number 1, no mystery here. You already alluded to it. We're here at practice field here at Central Catholic High School. Yeah. We got the Raiders working out behind us. The number 1 Raiders, big win against their old-time rival, St. Mary's, in the Holy Bowl.
Yeah, they really had to claw that one out too. It was 20-20 at halftime. They outscored the Rams 13-0 in the second half, and they just scrapped the pass. They said, you know what, we're going to go back to doing what we do. We're going to put our hand in the ground, and we're going to run the ball. Best game plan in high school football. Kyle Jacklish had a big evening, a career night, 25 carries, 173 yards, 3 touchdowns, playing in place of Dwayne McNeely.
Still injured.
Yeah, he'll likely play this week, I've been told. So we'll see some of him, some Kyle Jackledge, some Anaya Levo against Lincoln. Lincoln's 0-3.
You know, we thought that Central Catholic could be 2-0, or I'm sorry, 3-0, 2-1, 1-2, 0-3 with this tough schedule. Started with Clovis West, then they went to De La Salle, then they got St. Mary's, and they get Lincoln, the largest school in this section this week. And then they go to Manteca. They're 2-1 and sitting pretty. So that's it for Front Row Preps' large school rankings presented by Valley Orthopedic, the bone and joint specialists. For James Burns, I'm Joe Cortez of FrontRowPreps.com, powered by Chicken Ranch Casino. We will see you next time. Be sure to visit Front Row Preps to check out all of our content, the small school rankings, our predictions, and a whole lot more. We'll see you next time.